Cherokee 3 November, on left turn out approved, runway 35, quick takeoff, departing Cessna via left turn, question a right turn in the batter.
Roger, I'll keep an eye on the Cessna, cleared for takeoff, runway 35, left turn out approved, free in November, thanks.
And pipeline 85 kilo, got a traffic a mile north, southwestbound Cessna at 1,300.
85 kilo, traffic in sight.
Sugarland Tower, jet car 418 is holding short, runway 35 on an Alpha.
Jet car 418, Sugarland Tower, short away 9 fire release.
Holding short, wait, no release. Jet car 418.
Ooh, it is a little windy.
Sugarland Tower, Scott 214, right now, runway 35, touch go.
Successful, you can continue down on car base.
Continue downwind, you'll call our base, forward ranking.
Fuel pumps off, fuel pressure's in the green, and landing light off. Everything still looks good. Looking out for that traffic. 300 feet below me.
Base 35.
Sun pop up, continue on the base, following the station.
Looks
down
good.
final.
We had our traffic inside, 87 Papa Alpha.
Jet car 418, fly runway heading, maintain 2000, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Runway 35, clear for takeoff. We'll maintain runway heading, climb up to 2000. Jet car 418.
And 700 feet.
Right, 1 o'clock and a mile northbound at pipeline at 900 feet.
Roger, I've got the traffic in sight and I'm keeping an eye on him. Thank you, 3 in November.
This one pop out, follow station in there, number 2, runway 35, clear to line. Delta 7 pop out, follow the station there on the 2 mile final, you'll be number 2, runway 35, clear to line.
We have that stationary on inside, number 2 for 35, 807 Papa Alpha. And 7 Papa Alpha would be a touch and go.
That's 7 pop out, runway 35, clear for touch and go on the go, make right close traffic.
Clear touch and go on the go, make right close traffic, 807 Papa Alpha.
Pipeline 85 kilos, frequency change crew, have a good one.
Frequency approved, 85 kilo, we'll see you.
That's 4 Yankee, if you look off your right there, and then 3 o'clock and less than mile company Cessna on the left base final, that'll be your sequence to follow.
Have the traffic in sight, forward ranking.
That's 4 Yankee, number 3, runway 35, clear for the option.
Clear for the option number 3 for 35 to forward ranking.
Jet car 418, contact you for the Park Avenue.
Over to Houston Departure, jet car 418. Have a good one.
Cherokee 3 November, clear to Southwest, frequency change crew, talk to you on the way back.
Clear to the southwest, frequency change approved. Talk to you soon. Thanks, 3 in November. Cool. Alright, this guy's at my same altitude and we are flying the same direction. Currently about 5.5 miles in front of me. So I'll be keeping an eye out for them. And we'll go ahead and level off at 3,000 for now. Fly this heading. Pull some of that power back. Continue that climb. 115 just so we can get there. Less than 200 feet to go. Little on the bumpy side today, but nothing we can't handle. It's always bumpy in Houston, especially at low altitudes. It doesn't matter what time of year. I've just decided that is 100% a fact. Perfect. Everything looks good so far. Hello. As I mentioned, a little bumpy. Pull some of that power back. Rough airspeed is going to be 129 miles per hour. Currently going 140, but when I hit pockets like that, always good to pull those RPMs back and slow myself down, just in case, because if there's one, there might be more.
We're going over to Global.
Okay.
Taxi level flag monitoring.
Taxi's not Alpha to Global, monitoring ground 46 Bravo.
Everything looks good here. Let's go direct on the iPad. Let's go direct on the GPS. Activate. Nav mode. 3,000 feet should be good. And now I'm just keeping a close eye on traffic. Looks like a lot of people decided to fly today. There we go. Sky. Same altitude.
Holding short for 35. We'll do one lap in the pattern.
Fox 2, America, Sugarland, hold short, landing craft.
Holding short for landing traffic to America.
Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and climb up to 3,500.
Alright, there's some thought that. I'd like to put a short approach on request when you see a gap.
Still looking for that traffic. Hopefully they don't also choose to climb. Out of all of those Class Bravo shelves. Very nice. Okay. So 500 feet above him. He's going to be behind me, so that's no factor. And about a 15-minute flight. Doing pretty good.
Sugarland Tower, good afternoon. Pilot 82, forward to Mike 1, visual 35.
Pilot 84, Sam Max
123.0 will be my frequency. We've got that set up. Get an idea if there's anybody over here. This guy is still 400 feet above me, so it looks like he started to climb, but now he's descending. And traffic in sight.
North of the field, we'll be transitioning from the west to the east at 1,700.
That is just so crazy because he does not look like he is 400 feet below me. Cool. Perfect. So that's one nice thing about having all of the equipment on board that I do have is I was looking for traffic on GPS, I was looking for traffic on iPad, but most importantly I was looking for traffic outside, and that's why I was able to spot him so quickly. Now I also could have gotten traffic avoidance if I was talking to ATC still, but I don't need it because I am VFR today. Everything's looking good. Bye little jet, he's definitely going into Sugarland, so that's cool. Alright. Doesn't look like I have any other traffic to worry about as of right now, so let's go ahead and get our weather frequency set up in here. 119er 925. Switch that. Everything still looks good. Airplane's running great. CHT is about 380 degrees currently, so that dropped like a rock. Which does make sense because I am only at 3,500 feet, 3,500 feet, and it is 42 degrees up here, so it's a little chilly today.
Right turn for left down
Funny thing about that is I'm sitting in the sun, so it doesn't feel that cold. Also, this shadow is not really working very well for me, but oh well, what are you gonna do? All right, let's take a listen.
To the altitude, -400.
Gulf Coast Regional, Cirrus 101 Golf, Whiskey RNF approach, runway 35.
Automated weather observation, 1804 Zulu. Wind 330 at 08. Peak gusts 16.
Okay.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point -04 Celsius. Altimeter 3039er.
Whoa.
Density altitude -400.
Texas Gulf Coast Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation.
Perfect. Runway 35, winds 330, 8 gusting 16, not too shabby. Almost straight down the runway, so should be okay. Now let's go take a look and make sure there's no special requests. Right traffic for 17, but left traffic for runway 35 is good. So I think we will just go ahead and enter a 45 at runway 35. Very nice. Super easy flight so far. So I am away from all of the different airspaces. I'm right next to the class Bravo, but this shelf goes all the way up to, it's 4,000 to 10,000 feet. I'm currently at 3,500, so I am good there, completely out of that, which is good. The traffic pattern altitude for this airport is gonna be 1,000 feet, super simple, not hard at all. If you guys don't know, the traffic pattern is so that everybody is at the same altitude. When we're practicing touch and goes, when we're coming into land, when we're taking off. So being at 1,000 feet allows us to all be on the same page, basically, if that makes sense. And it also theoretically gives us enough altitude to make it to the runway if we're flying in the traffic pattern and we lose our engine or have another emergency occur. So, cool. So far, so good. Currently 24 miles away, about 10 minutes. We do have a little bit of a tailwind. My indicated airspeed is 130 miles per hour, but my ground speed's 142. So things are looking pretty good. So one of the reasons why I decided I wanted to fly VFR today, one, obviously the airport was super close. Two, it is a gorgeous day. And three, I don't fly VFR very often. Honestly, we get a lot more clouds here in Texas than I think people think. And so I get a lot of instrument flying time pretty much every single time I fly. So it's nice to be able to practice these skills and talk to some other pilots rather than just talking to ATC. All right. Hello. Little bit of a bumpy ride today. Hello. Okay. You guys always ask me if turbulence bothers me. The answer is no. I also feel it a lot more in my little airplane than most airliners do. According to airline pilots, they actually answered that question for me, which I thought was pretty cool. Add in a little bit more power, at least get to 129. RPMs are still looking good. All gauges are still in the green. Definitely more bumpy than I expected, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Guys at 3,700 feet. Looks like that guy just came into land, so far so good. Switch my fuel tank, so electric fuel pump on. Fuel selector over to my left tank. Fuel pressure's in the green. Fuel pump off, and fuel pressure stays in the green. Perfect. So I'm about 7 minutes away. I'm going to go ahead and start an initial descent down to that 1,000 feet. We'll do 300 feet per minute or so and then change it as necessary. Because I'm currently at 3,500 feet. So if I lose 500 feet, well 300 feet because that's what I set. Every 1 minute and 7 minutes, I will be down to, 1300? Because I'm already in a descent, which is pretty close. But I like to give myself a little bit of a buffer, especially flying into an untowered airport. Just in case I do have a problem, it gives me a little bit more time to find a reasonable place to land, especially if I can't make it to the airport. Gonna go over some water, so I am expecting it to get pretty darn bumpy, but that's okay. 15 miles to the northwest. Gulf Coast Cherokee 773 in November, approximately 15 nautical miles to the northwest. We'll be entering a left 45 for runway 35, full stop, Gulf Coast. Might actually already see the field, which would be pretty cool. But let's get a little closer before we make that decision. 123.0 is the common traffic advisory frequency that we're currently using, also known as the CTAF, and it actually covers several airports in this area. So if you listen closely, you'll notice a lot of pilots are talking about different airports, which is why we mentioned the airport twice, at the beginning and at the end of the call. This guy is 600 feet above me, so that still looks good. We do have one guy coming into land 35, looks like he is going to be on a left base. And should be no factor, so no problem. All right, here come the bumps. Almost like being on a roller coaster.
350, Foxtrot Charlie, 6 mile final, 31, over.
That's gotta be the airport. It's the only thing that even looks remotely close to an airport, and it's kitty corner to the lake. Oopsie. If you can call it a lake. They kind of look like mud pits this time of year. Gulf Coast traffic, Cherokee 773 in November, now 10 nautical miles to the northwest. We'll be entering a left 45, runway 35, full stop, Gulf Coast. This guy is now 1,000 feet above me.
621 Romeo Tango, 9 miles straight in on a visual approach for 35, full stop, Texas Gulf.
Okay, so closing in on that traffic pattern altitude so I can descend a little bit faster, pull a little bit more power out. Mixture's already full rich. Going up to 3,500 feet, there was no reason to lean out the mixture there. And just keeping an eye on my airspeed more than anything because of these bumps. Field is in sight.
Texas Gulf Coast, 25756 Victor, departing runway 35, headed west, Texas Gulf Coast.
Texas Gulf Coast, Cherokee 7738, November, 5 nautical miles to the northwest, going to be entering a left 45, runway 35, and Romeo Tango, I'll slow it down for you. I also have a jet that apparently when they take off, they're going to turn right towards me, so I am actually going to speed up, but I can always fly a little further out if I need to. Perfect. And I think I'll just hand fly autopilot off. Excellent. Still losing that altitude, about 250 feet to go. All gauges are still in the green, still on the fullest tank. And I have him in sight, so he should be no factor at all. Add in a little bit more power. Excellent. Well, normally I would take my sunglasses off to be able to chat with y'all, but because this was such a quick flight and I was in the sun the whole time, I hope y'all don't mind. Okay, so electric fuel pump and landing light on, rotating beacon on, pitot heats off, carb heats off, primer is in and locked, parking brake is released, flaps are currently 0, and I had him. Gulf Coast Cherokee 7738 November is on the left downwind, runway 35, and slowing it down for traffic on final, Gulf Coast.
5-6 Victor, I've got you in sight.
I've got you as well. Have a safe landing. Perfect. A little bit more RPM. And there is my target landing point. So pull those RPMs back. A little bit more back trim, slow myself down. Get into that white arc. First notch, 10 degrees. Beautiful. This traffic is 500 feet below me, and that is the guy coming in to land. Got him in sight. Perfect. No airspace to worry about, no other traffic in the vicinity. Wish I could see his landing. Excellent. Go ahead and do second notch, because I'm going to fly out a little bit further for him. He is a full stop, so odds are he will take a little longer to get off the runway. No problem. Pull some more of that power back. A little bit of left rudder to stay coordinated in this turn. Airspeed's about 95, keeping that a little bit higher just because of these winds. A little bit more back trim. Continuing to lose that altitude. Perfect. And he's on the ground. Nice. Gulf Coast, Cherokee 773 November is on a left base, runway 35, full stop, Gulf Coast. Aim it nice and high, just like I wanted to.
Texas Gulf, Cirrus 821 Romeo Tango, clear the active. Texas Gulf.
Definitely a little high, which is good because I wanted to do a slip anyway. Airspeed's still good. All gauges are still in the green. And that looks much better. Some more back trim in. A little bit more power now. Flaps are in a good spot. Configured to land. Feeling good and no other traffic. Texas Gulf Coast, Cherokee 773 November, short final 35, full stop. Texas Gulf Coast. One white, one red. Little bit of right rudder here. All right. Keep that wind correction in a little bit. Keeping that back pressure in, applying those brakes.
That was a great flight. I had a lot of fun. It was pretty cool to be kind of just doing my own thing, so I'm a happy camper.